Not every home needs a renovation before it sells. Sometimes it just needs to look like the version that buyers are hoping for. Should you spend thousands renovating, or is it better to make a few strategic moves that make your home irresistible to buyers immediately? Today on Decorate or Renovate, I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So let's get started. Okay, so my clients have some great little modern sofas, and we're going to find out what the undertone is. They look like a green beige to me. So what we actually need is a rug that kind of grounds the space and, like, you know, brings in some more color. So what's working here as well, and I'll show you at the end what I would have changed if I had one more day. Now, the other thing that's really great here is that they have a totally timeless fireplace. It's so great to have like a traditional mantle instead of like stacked stone, right? Which often dates, and it becomes really bossy. The whole room has to be decorated around that. All right, now we have the common problem of the TV sitting on a stand. You know, so we're going to make that look as best as possible, because that is, everyone's got that issue, right? Because not every time, we always want the biggest TV, right? Okay, so and then we're going to refresh the dining room, and then let's go talk about the entrance, because I really like the art in the entrance, and also the fabulous modern table. Okay, here's what I'd like to do here. Okay, so we need like an awesome lamp that matches the art, because the art's great. And then I'd like to put 2 ottomans underneath here. And then I think we should look for a runner that actually matches the art. And then when people walk in, they're gonna be like, oh, this is my house. Because it's a first impression that sells everything. Oh, and then I would put a pillow or 2 right here, actually. That's what I would do here. Yeah. So that's what I would do in this space, because we've already got some good bones here with the art and the fabulous contemporary table. So yeah. Okay, so let's go back upstairs and we can start moving some things around. That's you. No, I want it to be, can you move it up higher? Are you an electrician? Can you take it down?
I can take it down.
I would just take it down. I would.
Okay.
It's just heavy. I would leave it with nothing. That would be better. Yeah. All right, so I just pulled out the green beige samples, because what my color wheel does is it narrows it down, right? So it gives you like the options. So it looks like it could be green beige or taupe. But we are going to now match it to the bigger samples so that we can decide if it is or not, right? So basically this is the taupe world here, the taupe and the green beige, but you can see that it actually looks the best with the green beige. That's the color of my system, bleaker beige, whereas this, you can see that it's getting a little tiny bit pink. Did you notice that? Beige is never just beige. Did you hear me say that the taupe paint chip is slightly pinker than the other one? That means if this room was painted taupe, it would be pinker than the green beige furniture, which means it has nothing to do with the light. Currently, they do have a green beige on the wall that relates to their furniture, and that is the reason why it works well. Now, beige is back. This is also the reason why people bring home a sofa or a chair or a rug and they think it looks dirty and bad with the paint color. This might have happened to you. I've been doing this for 25 years and I can count on one hand how many times I've actually had to change the paint color because of the light. So I'm telling you right now, if you get the undertones right in your house, you don't have to worry about the light as much as everyone says. So before you make one more expensive decision for your home, learn my system, train with me. I'll post the links below. So I'm just going to pull out bleaker beige, and then we're going to bring that with us so that we don't need to, because obviously, there it is. There, see? Perfect match. All right, we're ready to go. In this makeover, we didn't film inside HomeSense, but here's the thing. The store is not the magic. People say to me all the time, well, your HomeSense or Home Goods is way better than mine. It's not better. I've been obsessed with styling and decorating for 35 years. The magic is knowing what to buy, what to ignore, and how to pull the room together so it finally works. I don't even have a list. I just know exactly what's missing from that pile. And this show is not about cheap. It's about taking what you already have and making it look amazing and proving that renovating is highly overrated. To be clear, I am not anti-renovation. I have a team of designers working with clients all over the world on new builds, renovations, kitchens, bathrooms. You can see the links to my e-design packages below. What I'm against is ripping out perfectly good countertops and tile and flooring because most people don't understand the impact of undertones on a space. They just see a dated kitchen and think it all needs to be ripped out. And I'm telling you right now, if you spend your money wisely, if color becomes a superpower for you, you can then spend the extra money you save on a vacation to Europe. I'll take this place for $2 million. In total, we spent $3,500 to stage and decorate the entry, living room, and dining room. That's about the same price as bringing in a stager, except this way they get to keep everything. And the best part is they sold the house to the first person who saw it. Woohoo! I'll give you all the details at the end. Okay, so here we are with we ended up staging 3 rooms, and my clients told me they took all the price tags off, so they love everything, which is super fun. So let's just walk through what I did to create such a cozy space in the entry, right? I mean, when you're selling a place, this is the first impression. So we added pillows and a piece of art to this side, put in a little area rug, and she just loved the ottoman we found with the baskets, perfect for shoes. And she said, you know, I'd always wondered what to put underneath here because there's this big, long, empty space. So this is a really great waterfall entry table. And it just needed some coffee table books with some flowers and a lamp, right? And here's, if this is a dark corner for you, you have my permission to just keep your LED light bulb lamp on 24/7, right? Then it just always feels cozy whenever you walk by, and it's pennies, okay? Pennies. If you have a dark corner in your house, leave your lamp on, okay? So let's go upstairs, and here's Lexi, the beautiful golden retriever. So good. Da-da-da-da. Okay, so we took down the heavy chandelier so it feels a lot more light and airy. When you're refreshing a home, the chandelier is often one of the most important things to update because it dates the dining room faster than almost anything else. People are so used to seeing it, so they stop noticing it, but buyers notice it immediately. It's also why if you happen to have a gorgeous chandelier that really works in the dining room, buyers will often try to negotiate it into the sale. Lighting is the jewelry for your house. And if you have a chandelier that is heavy, ornate, overly Tuscan, or from a previous trend cycle, the entire room feels older than if everything else had been updated. You'll notice in almost every makeover, when I tell you what I would change, I'm usually showing you an updated chandelier in the dining room because you don't necessarily need a full renovation to modernize the space. Sometimes changing the lighting completely shifts the feeling of the room. And the runner always makes a difference, right? So many people always have a tablecloth on their table. I'm not really sure why, but I think a runner is a great way to just cover up stains if you have any, right? And then a little vignette here, or a floral with the pot. And I love this lamp because it kind of feels like a rock, so it kind of belongs with the art. Yeah, and then we have a little cactus, and we bought $300 worth of coffee table books at the used bookstore. Okay, you guys, coffee table books are a fortune, but they get eaten up real fast in vignettes, okay? Because you need them on all your tables, your coffee tables, your buffet tables, your entry tables, because they take a tchotchke and make it look good, make it look like it's a piece of art. So the way to save some money on coffee table books, because they're very expensive, is to come to a used bookstore and then just pick out colors with whatever your interests are. So whether it's golf, gardening, birds, you'll find it all at a used bookstore for much less than retail. I love this great little lamp, or this great little bowl. The texture of it is so pretty that we don't need anything else except the bowl sitting there. Okay, and we have 7 lamps in here, which is super awesome because they didn't have lamps before. Or they had one. Do you guys have one lamp? One lamp. We bought 9 lamps in total. Oh yeah, 9. We were literally about to wrap up and bring our entire pile of home decor up to the cash at HomeSense when my client found 2 more lamps she loved. At that point, we already had 7 in the pile, and I knew she'd want to start eliminating some, so I said, let's just take them all. Worst case scenario, we return what we don't use. And honestly, this is one of my favorite decorating tricks. Yeah, so what I loved about the burgundy pink area rug that we found was that because their furniture already has like a red undertone, I feel like it feels like it relates to everything they have, because I am the queen of working with what people have. And I love the hits of blue that we added and the pink. This is everyone's favorite piece of art because it has this sort of glowy thing going on, like a dimension, like it kind of looks different in different lights. And Heidi wanted like a seashore. They love sailboats and the sea. So then we did a whole little cute vignette here with our books. We got lamps, did I say that already? And I love this up here with, and what was so awesome about this picture actually is that when we put it up here, I was so amazed at how like the peachy background of this artwork just relates to the surround. And then we have some flowers in here. So I love the simple vignette that we ended up doing up here. And you know, you don't even notice the TV. I mean, we all have to have a TV. It's got to be somewhere. And most people want the biggest one that they can get. So I think the eye now goes straight from right here and out to the view. And hopefully we'll sell this place shortly. They sold the townhouse to the very first buyer. They listed it at $699.9 and sold it for $685. And here's the important context. An almost identical unit, 3 units down, sold last month for $670,000, even with a brand new $15,000 heat pump. So after spending $3,500 styling and decorating the key rooms, they sold for more than they expected, and they were thrilled. And this happened in a softer market where buyers have more choices and homes need to work harder online, which is exactly why your home needs to look the best that it possibly can before listing. Because decorating before you sell is not fluff. Buyers decide emotionally first. Okay, yay! So what was your favorite part?
Well, just the whole change that you made our home look so beautiful. And I guess the lamps were the biggest change.
Yeah.
How it just made the whole room just kind of glow.
The reason why he's saying he loves the way the house glows at night is because now they have enough lamps that are balanced throughout the dining room and the living room. If you only have one lamp, then you have no idea what he's talking about.
I would say the carpet made
Yeah.
the biggest difference.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where you like kind of built all the rest of the color from.
Yeah.
And when you said you didn't like my carpet, I was a little offended.
To be clear, the job of your area rug is to ground the room and pull in the colors you're decorating with. It should connect to the sofa, chairs, pillows, or art and accessories so the room feels intentional. So when I say a rug isn't working, I don't mean it's ugly. I mean it's just not doing its job. A rug can be perfectly nice on its own and still be wrong in the room. This is why people buy a rug they love, bring it home, and suddenly everything feels off.
You were both so fun to do this with, and I thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, it's so great. Thank you so much. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.